Hello, welcome back to the Boardgames4K YouTube channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings, and we generally talk a lot of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general. But first of all, an apology for not uploading over the last week. Just got back off my honeymoon, been in Antigua for a week, it was wonderful, but we're now back in business. So today we are going to be talking about a card game called Bargain Quest, and this is a game which will see you take the role of a shop owner that will try and entice adventurers into your shop to buy your merchandise. Then the adventurers will go out on a mission to try and defeat the big boss, all with the help of you selling them useless or not so useless items. So in this video we're going to be giving you a very brief overview of the rules of this one. Then we'll be telling you what we do like. We will be telling you what we don't like, and then we'll come back and we'll tell you whether or not Bargain Quest is worthy of your time and attention today, tomorrow, and in the future. So remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below, and we'll see you after this. Boardgames4K. So, Bargain Quest. How do you play this game? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your shop board and you're going to open it up in front of you, and you'll reveal the top card of the monster deck. And what you'll do, you'll set up this monster deck before you start the game, and they range in from round 1, round 2, round 3, and they go up in a scale of difficulty depending on what round you're playing, right? So you'll get a hand of 4 item cards, and you'll choose one, you'll pass one on, choose one, pass one on. You'll do a little bit of drafting, and you'll end up with 4 cards in your hand. So the second step, you will choose a card from your hand to place in your display, and this is a card that will entice the adventurers or heroes into your shop to buy your useless stuff. And you'll notice on the side of the card you've got a number of hearts, and that's the sort of appeal level your item in your shop window will have. And you will also have to match a class symbol on the side of the card with the class symbol of the hero in order for them to come into your shop, right? So the third phase is the shopping phase, and you will then sell items in your shop to the adventurers, and you'll have to match a class icon with the class icon on the hero, and you also do this in an order that is dictated by the appeal level of the item in your display, and you can't sell the item in your display, obviously. So once you have sold as much stuff as you can, then the hero will go on an adventure. You'll look at the defense, you'll look at the attack, and then you'll look at the attack and defense of the monster. If you've got equal or more attack than the monster's defense, then you'll wound it, and then the monster will try and attack you. If you've got equal or more defense, then you will survive. If not, then you are dead, and all your stuff gets thrown away. And what you've got to do, basically, you've got to hit 1 damage for every adventurer. So say if there's 3 of you playing the game, the monster will need to take 3 damage. If you don't destroy the monster, you'll get a reward, but it'll be lesser. And if you do destroy the monster, you'll get a reward. It'll be greater, right? So the next phase, after you've done the adventure and the monster's either dead or not, then you will be able to upgrade your adventurer. And if they've survived, then you will be able to choose from a store upgrade type thing, or you can buy an employee. And then you'll flip over, and the store upgrades allow you to sort of hold on to more stuff, or they allow you to put more stuff in your display, and the employees have a sort of a general benefit. So the final phase is the storage phase, and this is where you get to choose 1 card remaining from your hand to hold on to for the next round. And if you've got the store upgrade, then you can hold on to 2, right? And that's it. So you do this again and again. You do 3 rounds, and then whoever's got the most victory points and money, 1 victory point is equal to 10 money, and you get victory points from destroying monsters, right? So whoever's got the most points at the end of the game is the winner of Bargain Quest. So what do we like about Bargain Quest? So the first thing that we really like about Bargain Quest is the charming theme, right? It's a unique theme. I'm not really sure if we've come across this sort of thing before, where you are selling stuff to adventurers and then they go off and do something else. I suppose like Lords of Waterdeep's got that sort of thing where you're sort of hanging in the background, and you're not actually going out on adventures, right? So you're sort of trying to manipulate the adventurers to go out and do that sort of thing. And also I suppose role players, a sort of weird sort of thing as well. There's not really anything like this one, is there? So, and it's got wonderful artwork. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. It's got a nice comical cartoony-esque feel, and we really do like the theming of this game. So the second thing that we really like about Bargain Quest is the enormous variety of items. The item deck is massive. You've got the Chaotic Goods expansion you can throw in there. A little bit expensive for a tiny little deck of cards, but you can throw that in there. And you've got the Black Market expansion, which adds even more variety. And you could play this game a billion times and you may or may not come across the same items again and again. And there's also a huge variety of hero cards, as long as you get the expansion chucked in there, because there's an extra few ones in there. So there is a massive variety of cards in this game. So the third thing that we really like about this is the fact that you get to draft cards, and we always like drafting cards. Seven Wonders is one of our favourite games of all time, and Blood Rage is also one of our favourite games of all time. And this has a sort of a watered down, more basic card drafting element. I think if the card drafting wasn't in this game, then it was just a case of throwing cards at somebody and that's what you end up with, it would have been a bit weak. But we do like card drafting. It gives you a chance to sort of filter out the chaff that you don't really think that you're going to need for the game, and we really like that. So the fourth thing that we really like about Bargain Quest is that pivotal choice that you get, the basic choice that you get at the beginning of the game. When you've got your hand of cards, you get to choose which one you're going to put in your display and which ones you're going to keep in your hand. But you're going to need to put a quite powerful card in your display to entice somebody in. But in doing so, you're going to weaken your hand. So do you try and put a weaker card out onto your display maybe to get a lesser character in and keep your hand strong, or do you do the reverse? It's a nice choice. It's a very basic choice, and this game is basically sort of like a gateway game. So it's a nice introduction to other more complex games, and that choice is that pivotal choice at the beginning of the game is quite good. So what don't we like about Bargain Quest? So the first thing that we don't like about Bargain Quest, and probably might be the main thing, is the card packs are really, really similar. And there was a few occasions when we played this a few times that we got confused between the items and we didn't know which ones were the employees. It kept on having to ask the question, which card is that? Which card is that? Which card is this? And it would have been better had they, rather than put sort of like two different really close shades of green on the back of some cards, they could have just had employee with an E on it, or they could have had items with an I, or just had items, employees, and written the actual bloody words of the cards on the back, right? It's infuriating. What a design flaw. But I suppose you can get over that, and I suppose you can sort of arrange them, but you've got to remember, it's not readily apparent. And so the second thing that we don't like about Bargain Quest is the abject lack of game in this game. It's just matching symbols, right? That's all you're doing, basically. All you're doing is matching symbol. You're matching the class icon on the item to the class icon on the adventurer, and hoping that match is going to give you the points that you need to beat the monster. That's it. There's nothing else in it. It's just a card matching game. The display, the shop display is just fluff, right? You don't really need to have that shop there. It just pads the game out. It makes you feel like you're getting more than you actually getting. It's a very basic card game where you're just matching icons, and it's a bit weak. We really do think that there's not a lot of game in this one. So the third thing that we don't like about this one is where the card draws are sort of random, in a sense. Okay, the hero draw is random, and you're going to get a random deck of cards, but you can sort of filter out. If you end up with a load of crap in your hand, you're stuffed. There's nothing you can do, you know. And if you don't match any of them symbols, you've got to wait everyone to pick their hero, and then you just get to take the chaff. And it's like, if you're just unlucky enough not to get anything, then you're stuffed, and there's no way back from that. There's no way back, you know. And it's just very, very weak. So the last thing that we don't like about Bargain Quest is the battles are rubbish. There's nothing. It's like you're just looking at how many points you've scored on the attack, how many points you've scored in defence, and matching it again with the monster. And if you're just lucky enough to get more than or equal to, then you wound it, and that's it. There's nothing else. There's no excitement with the adventures. It's like it's sort of tacked on and just put there to make the game a little bit longer. I don't know if because you're shop owners, well, and there's a sort of a disconnect there as well, because you're shop owners sitting in your shop. How do you know what's happening in the dungeon or wherever these people are going? It just doesn't make any sense. How would you know that? It's not that you've got CCTV or you're scoping them while they're in the dungeon, right? It's ludicrous, and it's just a weak and feeble effort, I think. So to summarise, is Bargain Quest worth your time and attention today and in the future? So we're going to say no. It's a good gateway game, but there are better gateway games out there, so I wouldn't play this as a gateway game. In fact, I wouldn't play this at all. The theme is nice. You've got a unique theme, but the mechanics behind the theme are very, very weak, and there's not much game here. It's just matching symbols on a card, and it's almost like the cute, cartoony feel and the components in the game and the artwork are just there to mask the weaknesses and empty nature of this game. It feels really sterile. Once you get over that theme, you're just matching symbols. So we're going to give this 3 out of 5 with the expansions. If you just got the core game, I don't know, 2 out of 5. We can't recommend Bargain Quest. There's better card games, there's better gateway games out there. I would prefer to play maybe Catan or maybe Cutthroat Caverns, that sort of thing. I don't know. I just can't recommend Bargain Quest. There's not enough game here. It's all fluff. It's style over substance, and that's that. Remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below, and we'll see you next time.